Hello, friends. Happy Saturday. Today we're reflecting on Mark chapter 1, verses 1 through 8. This Sunday's gospel is the first verses from the Gospel of Matthew, and it has two focuses. The first is a throwback to the words of Isaiah the prophet, who said, "Behold, I am sending my messenger ahead of you. He will prepare your way. A voice of one crying out in the desert, prepare the way of the Lord." The second focus is pointing to who these words are referring to, and that person is John the Baptist. He's the cousin of Jesus, and he's a pretty unique guy. He's literally out in the desert, baptizing people and inspiring them to repent. His clothes are made out of camel skins, and he eats locusts and wild honey. In his own and very unique and particular and massively important way, he was preparing the way of the Lord. And I always used to look at biblical characters like John the Baptist and saints and think, okay, the way they're living their life, that's the way to holiness. That's the only way that it looks like to prepare the way of the Lord, to go out into the desert and eat off the land and yell out to people walking by that they should repent. This idea that I have to fit into this very particular mold of someone else in order to live out holiness. But the good and really exciting news is that we're all called to fulfill the words from the prophet Isaiah, to be messengers of the Lord and prepare his way, but in a unique way that has to do with our own jobs, our own gifts and talents, our stories and struggles, and our spheres of influence. In the same way that John was out in the desert, we are called to go out into our workplaces and our homes and our neighborhoods. We're called as writers and CEOs and chefs, physical therapists, dentists, teachers, nurses, bus drivers, literally whatever your desert is, the sphere in which you live your everyday life, the Lord is inviting you to live in such a way that prepares others to recognize Him, to know Him, and to encounter Him. And it's just a reminder that we were created for something great, and that our passions and our lives and our actions matter. And each of us has a truly unique story, and a truly unique means by which we are called to be modern-day prophets. Although our everyday ministry may look vastly different from the person next to us, and maybe even from John the Baptist, we're all called to have one thing in common, and that's to echo the words of John as we do the tasks to which we are called. And his words were this: "One mightier than I is coming. I am not worthy to stoop and loosen the thongs of his sandals." Everything we do is to point towards someone far beyond ourselves, the one each soul seeks and was created to know, to love, to serve, and to worship. The one who makes all things new, Jesus Christ, the one for whom we are preparing the way. So that's all I got for today, my friends. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next Saturday.